Hey everyone, Carolyn here from the new badass Creatrix's headquarters, which is Paul's house. I'm not quite living here, but I will be living here soon. You can see in this color scheme, it's not quite my color scheme, but that will change, I promise. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Carolyn. And at the end of last year, I decided to set out on a journey because a psychic, a friend of mine, had said to me that while I was really on track with everything in my life, there was one thing that I wasn't doing, which was really practicing what I was preaching. And in my business, I help women really go for their desires, go for their dreams, and be unapologetically and create the life that they want. And while I have been doing that in my business, my personal life was slacking. I had not been in a relationship that really felt like it was what I wanted. It wasn't the dream life. And so I left the relationship at the end of last year, put all my stuff in storage, and was willing to travel the world and just see where spirit and my heart would lead me. And lo and behold, Paul, my divine partner, showed up a few months after, and he's only 25 miles from where I was, so I didn't have to go very far. And today I'm in his house, in the house that he's living in. It's not his house, but we're going to buy a house together next year. So that's our big dream moving forward. And very excited. You all know that we got engaged a little while ago. Next week is our engagement party, so I will be sending you pictures and images from that. I'll be meeting his family. Part of what I've been really craving is a bigger community and having family. I live here. My family's in Germany, and for the past 10 years, my daughter's going to be 10 in June. I've been doing almost everything by myself because even though I was married, my ex-partner, my ex-husband, he built his own business. I built my own business. So it was either, him with the kids or me with the kids. So we rarely did anything together as family. And I actually had a lot of sadness around that and really wanting to have that more. And now I got, I don't know, 28 cousins. Paul has 28 cousins or so. Huge family, so they're all going to come next week. If it gets too much, we have an escape plan for two of the cousins to kidnap me for a little while, because that's a tradition in Germany that the bride gets kidnapped and the groom actually has to prove himself worthy of the bride and has to find her. So they know the sign that if it gets too much, they'll kidnap me for a little while. Yeah, but I'm really excited. And what I wanted to share with you today, though, is I've been doing a lot of thinking and processing lately, because so much about really having what you want is about allowing yourself to receive. And having someone in your life that loves you unconditionally, while that is what we're all wanting, can at times be really overwhelming. And also, in my case, not my own case, but in my case, I've also been realizing how long I've been carrying this sadness of not feeling really loved. And actually, one of my breakthroughs, I had gone to a seminar right before Paul and I connected, and the mentor there had led me through a process and really showed me how I was more, well, the premise is always, you always create what you truly desire, right? And oftentimes in our subconscious, we're holding, or we create by what we're subconsciously holding, because we're not conscious of what we truly desire. Our subconscious programming overrides what we're consciously wanting. And so if you don't have what you want in your life right now, it just means that there's something that you subconsciously want more. And so in my case, we figured out that I wanted to be needy for love more than actually be in a relationship where I'm just loved. And I know this sounds strange, but that, most of these dynamics are set up in our, early childhood, right? So in my case, it was kind of like a dynamic that was set up with my mother. And chances are, you listening or, watching this, there's a similar dynamic where we are basically not necessarily getting the love that we really want, and not just because of the other person. It's just maybe of a decision that we made, or because of how the dynamic is or the circumstances, but we don't get necessarily what we need as tiny little children. And so then we make a decision based on that we can't have what we want. And then it becomes safer for us to, or the way we then define love, think that is love because that's our first experience of intimacy, right? And so for me, the big aha was that I was wanting to be in this feeling of, I want your love, I want your love, I want your love, and I want your love, and I want your love, more than actually in a place of, I'm being loved and this feels so good. And so I felt safer in that place of wanting and being with someone who actually couldn't give me the love than being with someone who can give me the love. And there's been a lot of just like heart opening and opening in myself, because in order to allow yourself to have the love that you want, the best I can describe it is it's really about getting to a new level of love for yourself, right? Like it's almost like you have to let go of not loving yourself unconditionally. Because once you start loving yourself unconditionally, then you can understand why somebody else would love you unconditionally, and then you can allow it. I mean, that's at least the place I've come to. And so today I'm sharing this with you because I want to just inspire you, to keep digging and keep transforming, because there's so much more that we can have in this lifetime. And the blessings really come from the experience of true love and abundance. Without love, there is no abundance. The truth is, love is and abundance is, right? We just cut ourselves off from it because we think we don't deserve it, or because we choose people that have their own shortcomings, and then we think they must be right. Their judgments about us, they must be there's something wrong with us and so forth. They must be right, and we have all these wrong assumptions. So where are places in your life where you're beating yourself up, where you're criticizing yourself? Like for me, for example, one of the places is I really don't want people to see my feelings, and especially not Paul. I don't want him to think I'm not happy, or I'm not emotionally stable, And then there's moments, and I'm actually, you can see that this is emotional for me, where stuff comes up and I get emotional, and then I go hiding because I don't want him to see it, and I want to hide, and I want to be with people and make them happy and just have them be my entertaining and happy self, right? And I don't want to show myself when I'm less than that. And then I hate that part. Like I hate the crier when the crier comes out, and so I'm just sharing this with you because we all have these parts of ourselves that we don't like, that we're trying to hide. And in order to have the true intimacy and the relationship that you want, the more you can like show this to yourself and love this part, the easier it will be to then also show it to your partner. Because the truth is, your partner wants you, all of you, not a fake version, not just a happy exuberant version, all of it, right? So in this video, I just want to give you permission to be yourself and love yourself unconditionally, because when you do, the miracles start to happen. So I hope this has been helpful, has been inspiring you. My new website is on its way. I'm very excited. There's going to be a lot of new stuff coming out. If I've been a little bit quiet, that's why. There's been a lot of behind the scenes work. And our engagement party is next week, as I said, and the next video will come with some clips from that party. So make it a really good week, and I'm sending you all my love. Bye-bye.